what the person is making, what the moves are he's making.
So what's your game face when you want to bluff?
Something sort of this. No,
Game face when you have absolute horrible cards. So let's get started with today's final table. The first final table that we're going to feature is of the second tournament of this FTS 2.0. It's the 75 lakh guaranteed kickoff event, which started yesterday with 718 entries that registered for this tournament. Let me add here that the winner of this kickoff event, along with the prize money, is also going to be felicitated with, yes, Sam, you're precious. That's right, an 18-karat gold medallion is going to go the way of the winner of this kickoff. And of course, the other feature events as well. Everyone who wins one of these titles is going to get a medallion. And be ready to make sure that you will receive calls from a certain part of the world.
Hello
which
guys,
is
we are back.
Let's take a look at the 8 finalists who have made it to this final table of the 75 lakh guaranteed kickoff event. Up top is a gentleman called Prakhar Kapoor, who's playing as Prak27. He's got 2.5 million in chips. And Prakhar has won the Spartan Recharge tournament as well as 2 IOPC titles. So certainly there is no lack of experience from this gentleman as far as playing on the big event finale tables is concerned. And he'll be looking forward to flex that 32 big blind stack of his to make sure that he runs deep as possibly he can in the course of this final table. Next up is Arjun Agarwal playing as Arjun AG, and he's also got a stack of 2.5 million in chips, a little bit lesser than Prak27. And as far as Arjun is concerned, his last big achievement was coming third in the Spartan High Roller for a sum of just under 10 lakhs. This Delhi-based player is 29 years old, and he's been playing poker since 2014. Third on this table, and well, since it's Women's Day, it's nice to have a lady on the table. Neha Saini is playing as Enkush, and she's got 2.0 million in chips on this final table. We don't know much more about her, so we'll go on to the next player, who's Gaurav Sood, a very well-known quantity from the Indian circuit, who's playing as Mozzie17, and Gaurav has 1.8 million as his stack. And his last big achievement was winning the PPT online for 18.6 lakh rupees. And this gentleman is playing out of Gurgaon, and he's been playing for about 3 years now. So a lot of experience there as well. The next name in the list is a very familiar one, because this gentleman won the Spartan Millionaire and also the last FTS's main event. That's right, I'm talking about the very fun name of LOL, this guy. That's Arjun Pasricha, who's there in the middle counts of the chip stacks with 1.7 million in chips, and Arjun is playing from Delhi. Rounding off in the last 3 names that's here, that's Amit More, who's playing as Chimero, if I'm getting that right, and he's got a stack of 1.6 million in chips. Last 2 players, again a familiar name. In 7th position is Gokul Raj playing as Super Kings with 1.1 million in chips, and he's also the winner of the first IOPC Super High Roller event with 28 lakhs as that prize. He's been playing professionally for the last 3 years, and he's based out of Goa, which is where I am right now. Wonderful Goa. And last but definitely not the least is Pulkit Mehra, who's playing as Mahi Marega. There's no lack of creative names as far as this final table is concerned. So Mahi Marega is Pulkit Mehra playing with 717,000 in chips. He's the shortest stack on the table. Let me ask you, Sagar, first. You know a couple of these names, certainly, maybe more than that. Just right off the bat, who do you think are the picks here, to make it to that top 3?
Yeah, most likely it will be Mozzie17 or Arjun Pasricha. And I would have said Gokul Raj, but typical gamer भाई उसका काम है बोलना. Around I think 13 bit. But yeah, these 3 are most likely going to take the medallion, gold
मुझे तो
medallion.
साउंड बढ़िया लग रहा है.
Sam, I think I don't know if you know some of these names here, but I think you know maybe a couple of them.
Hello, Vijay
certainly
Gaur.
you know Arjun Pasricha, considering that he was
कैसे
the
हो
winner of the FTS main event the last time that we commentated together. So I would say that Arjun is probably one of your picks as well.
Good
Yeah, I
job,
think
भाई.
he's really going to be pushing to get that first win under his belt, coming straight off a victory in the last series. But I also remember seeing quite a bit of Gaurav Sood. He's sort of midway in the pack, isn't he?
Well, there you go. That's exactly the point that I was going to make, that, it's not just these titles, the medallions and the gift hampers. It's also those leaderboard points that is much coveted by a lot of these players who are participating or going to participate
why you are
in the
not,
course of this series. Getting to
show
that
the
final table means that you're racking up more points to the leaderboard. So certainly one more thing that needs to be looked at. But what we can tell you for sure is the prize payouts that are going to happen in the course of this final table. Let me begin from the first payout, which is a sum of 14.39 lakh rupees. That's a lot of cookies that you can buy. So up top 14.39 lakh, and second place will get 9.03 lakhs, followed by 6.46 lakhs for third place. And we go all the way down to 1.6 lakhs for the 8th place finisher. That's the min payout that'll happen. Gentlemen, since we're about to kick off, well, literally kick off with this kickoff event, the course of this live streaming, of this final table series. Let me get your thoughts before we sort of get right into the action. Sagar, what are your general expectations over the course of this this final table? Do you think it's going to be like all guns blazing, people playing completely crazy, or do you think we're going to see a little more solid poker?
I think people are going to be crazy because the top two with whom I have played mostly online, track 27 is, he's going to be putting a lot of pressure. Arjun Agarwal is pretty aggressive. Like, I believe he is one of the most aggressive player I have encountered online in Spartan.
Well, just extending to what Sagar said, Sam, I guess the chip leaders are going to do what chip leaders are going to do. Make sure that they are the table captains and sort of bully their way to the top two. Well, at least to heads up with the strength of their stacks.
Yeah, we've seen
online poker championship
in the last series that those that have chips are definitely not afraid to start swinging and getting into the action straight away.
For sure, we're going to see some action. It's just a matter of how quick that action is going to take place, because we've seen some short final tables over the course of the last FTS and the IOPC. Well, it's been wonderful having both these gentlemen with us. Sam, of course, continues with us, but we're going to say goodbye to Sagar Chaudhary, who's been kind enough to join us for this pre-show, and he's shared his valuable thoughts with us. Sagar, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you at one or maybe more of these final tables in the course of this coming week of the FTS 2.0. Once again, thanks so much, Sagar.
Kuldeep, hello Kuldeep, kaise
Thank
bhai?
you, Peter. Let's hope so.
So we have an exciting lineup of players ready to get on with their actions at this final table. And let me repeat, the winner of the 75 lakh guaranteed kickoff event, along with that 14 lakhs in prize money, is also going to be felicitated with an 18 karat gold medallion, a game face mask, and a special gift hamper as well. So, what are we waiting for? Let's raise the curtains of the final table of this kickoff event at the India Poker Championships Final Table Series 2.0.
Players, put your hashtag GameFace on.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
भाई डरा रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं?
3, 2, 1.
भाई कौन है इसके मुकुट के पीछे?
And we're off to the races, as they say, in terms of this final table getting underway.
अरे आवाज चेंज हो गई. हेलो. लैग हो गया.
I think we're facing a slight technical difficulty in the visuals here.
इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा भाई, हमारे इंटरनेट की तरह हो गया इनका भी, समझ रहे हो? जैसे हमारा इंटरनेट बैठ जाता है ना, ऐसे इनका भी बैठ गया।
Table is not visible at the moment.
हक दिया इंटरनेट, हक दिया भाई, ओपी भाई, वाईफाई हक दिया भाई, लाइट कोई नहीं लो, वाईफाई हक दिया भाई, वाईफाई हक दिया।
There we go. All right.
कुलदीप भाई thumbnail.
We can finally see the cards. And for those of our viewers who are joining us at this moment, don't worry, you haven't missed out on much. But it's quite the packed final table here at the FTS 2.0's kickoff event. Alongside me, of course, Sam Razavi, always entertaining, always affable. Sam, I think we can look forward to some pretty good poker action now.
अंकल जी लाइक ठीक करा
I can't wait to see what's going to go down. Great to be back. And yeah, envious as always I am. I'm a rusty card. I haven't seen
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
for a long time. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Bhai, so much lag bhai.
Well, Mahi Marega, very interestingly named Mahi Marega, who's the short stack at the table. That's Pulkit Mehra,
Sumit Misra bhai.
who's got the
Katai.
Jack 7 off. And he's up against Mozzie 17, that's God of Sood.
अरे गेम चल गया पर हमें गेम नहीं दिखा रहे लोग।
Bring in our special guest for this evening's panel.
गेम नहीं दिखा रहे भाई। हाँ अब दिखाएंगे भाई, गेम चालू हो गया है भाई, देखा मैं बोला था भाई, तुम्हारा भाई का IQ पे भाई हल्के में ले रहे हो।
Pocket aces for Super Kings right there. That's Gokul Raj, who's sitting in
भाई इस
on
बार
one
तो
of the
ज्यादा
short
लोग खेल रहे हैं,
stacks,
मतलब
little over $1 million in chips.
3, 6, 8 लोग खेल रहे हैं भाई, गलत। पिछली बार तो 6 ही लोग थे ना।
Optimal is probably to shove given the limp.
तीन ऊपर।
I don't expect Olympics if their time is
अरे
up.
पिछली बार भी 8 ही लोग थे आई थिंक।
Under the gun +1, I would have thought he's much
ओ
stronger
माय।
than that. So, I guess if he's opted the limp, he's probably going to feel free. And he's
क्या हो रहा है ये?
That's what he does.
कुछ नहीं यार, पोकर चैंपियनशिप चल रही है, ऑनलाइन पोकर चैंपियनशिप, गेम फेस ऑन, इस बार का नाम है इनका।
Yeah. Misclick issues happening at this FTS. Well, as the next hand kicks in, it is my pleasure to welcome
भाई
this
FPS बैठ गया
special
भाई।
guest on our panel for
कुलदीप
this
भाई,
evening's
मैं खुद
broadcast.
कोशिश कर रहा हूँ।
She first shot of fame with her
दोनों का
appearance
same ही हाल है
on
bro,
Shark
same ही हाल है
Tank.
दोनों
Of
का।
course, from there on, she's done plenty in the poker world with a lot of deep finishes and titles in the course of her very young career. She's also the winner of the President's Award. It is my pleasure to welcome to this live stream Muskan Sethi. Muskan,
Okay.
nice to have you here with us.
अरे
Thank
अरे
you so much, Peter. You always give such nice introductions.
मुस्कान
just
आ गई
make
भाई,
my
मुस्कान
day,
आ गई।
And then I can be in a nice mood now. I'm super excited to see this final table because I was reading these boys last night, and 3 of them are like good friends. So let's see what they get up to. I am
गॉड
going
तो
to
सर
see what
जरूरी
their
है क्या?
secrets today.
मतलब
Pocket sixes for Mozzie 17, who of course
Oh,
puts a
my
few more
scam.
chips into the pot with that hand. But I'm guessing he's not going to get too much joy from.
भाई मुस्कान सेठी को पूरा इंट्रोड्यूस कराया गया है, देखा आप लोगों ने, सब कुछ लिखा हुआ था मुस्कान के बारे में, पर सैम के बारे में नहीं बताया गया भाई कुछ भी भाई।
So many other short stacks here,
सैम के बारे में कुछ नहीं
and I feel
बताया,
like
देख रहे
a
हो?
few players are
देख
going
रहे
to play, be a little ICM aware today.
समझ जाओ, मैं आगे
especially
नहीं
at this
बोलूँ।
point until the smaller stacks bust out. So
भाई आवाज ठीक कर दो भाई,
I'm gonna,
और कुछ नहीं चाहिए।
but this is also a time for a few of them to get a double up, because people
Hello,
are not
yes,
gonna be
Shweti, कैसे
calling off
दोस्त?
that light. What do you think, Sam?
होल्ड।
Yeah, well, that's right. I was about to say actually on the flip side. I mean, this is probably a clear jam from the Smurf at less than 17 bigs in the big. I was going to say it's also a good time to play back at people.
Intelligent
given
भाई,
that they're, very
दिख गया
ICM
तुमको?
aware. It also makes it hard for them to,
So sad.
knowing that people are going to tighten up for that reason. When you get played back.
भाई बहुत लंबा जाएगा भाई मैच, मैच बहुत लंबा खींचेगा।
And Christian decides to go a bit wild with the king free.
don't know if it's in vogue these days just to pile the whole lot in on the button and if you get
भाई डेविड भाई दोनों का है ब्रो,
as opposed to losing to
कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Peter, I'm a bit distracted by Goku's display picture. Who
कैसे
is
undo good
that
tech
with
smart?
him in his profile picture right now?
I'm struggling to figure that out myself because it's really
यार
tiny
ये
on my screen.
आवाज
but,
ठीक करो भाई.
Clearly, it is someone off note. We'll find out if Google runs all the way through this evening.
भाई ऐसे तो मजा नहीं आएगा ब्रो.
with him and just figure out exactly who that person is next to him.
Come on, chat, help us out. I am super confused. Does it look like Jakobsen or is it a cricketer? I don't know. This is really confusing. Sam's gonna give it a shot.
I don't know. I mean, it also looks a bit
भाई इनका
like,
इंटरनेट स्लो भाई.
is his name Barney Trouble because of the I know it probably isn't him, but that it does look.
No, I think Barney's got like much more of a ginge kind of a look to his hair. So this guy looks more blonde.
So now this player in the small blind, he is Amit More, and he is a player we need to watch out today because he is going to take some unconventional lines, and he is not that red, but
भाई जो
lately
आवाज
he's been playing a lot of
हट रही है ना, ये बहुत बुरा लग रहा है ब्रो.
He is somebody who I feel is someone who believes more.
Public भी like जब मुस्कान बोलती है तो आवाज ठीक आती है.
Things we've seen from him in the past. So
क्या ये सच है?
it's gonna
क्या
be
ये सच है
interesting.
पब्लिक
And
गाइस?
obviously Gaurav Sood
बताओ
was
चैट
the-
में क्या ये सच है?
Here we have Arjun Agarwal. He is also from Delhi, 29 years old, and he came third in the Spartan high roller for 10 lakhs. Wow, he's been playing since 2000.
माया वीक 3 के मिशन करके
Open.
रमनदीप भाई नहीं सुनो भाई.
I mean,
हेलो संतोष बेटी.
I don't know.
Yeah, considering he was under the gun, I would have expected something a little more stronger in terms of just showing the table that, don't mess.
no, but I guess you gotta keep the aggression, don't you think, Sam? Like if you
Yeah,
I guess-
I mean that's exactly what I was.
भाई जो पिटने लगेगा वो हार जाएगा भाई.
He's amongst the sort of top
सीन
three
ये है.
in chips. It's a pretty hand. People are maybe playing, a bit more cautious. So, I mean, you just have to take it. As
गॉड पीटर टकलू ओपी. अरे 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 इंटेलिजेंट भाई सबके आगे गॉड लगा दो तुम, ठीक है? सबका प्रमोशन करवा दो.
People aren't playing back at
बहुत
you.
तेज हो रहे हो तुम.
what do you have to say about this pre-flop call on the button with such a
I don't like that at all. I don't understand the
But Muskan, you mentioned unconventional. It seems like he's really living up to the mark here.
आदित्य पनवर भाई big shout out to you यार आपको यार.
Causing any joy for either of them.
यार इनकी आवाज बहुत
it's just once.
अलग लेवल.
I mean, if I'm in Arjun's spot here, I'm going to be a bit suspect. If I want to follow through with the bluff, I might check back to the heart to make it look like I was on the semi-bluff and I've hit, and then go for the big overbet on the river. But it worked out, yeah. I didn't like the cool pre-flop, didn't like the pin click, but the heart comes to his rescue, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that while his earlier play could have been titled a bit circumspect, but I think he fired
ये तो
pulled the
टकला
trigger
है.
when it mattered. So good for him, and I guess he's been rewarded with this next hand. He's going off soon.
साउंड रफ है पता है मेरे को भाई.
Well, are we seeing the same table or what? What's happening here?
भाई आवाज देखी तो भाई ये क्या.
Absolutely slayed it.
Misclick.
ओ भाई
100%.
Okay.
Might be running around
यार कोई स्ट्रीम को चेक करो भाई प्लीज.
and then he's come back.
चेक करो.
Yeah, that's definitely an error. He wouldn't have.
भाई बहुत ज्यादा अटक रही है.
Amit More, come on, man. Misclicks on the FT. No. Gotta be a little more careful, buddy.
And you know, like, so, sorry, Sam, what were you saying?
No, carry on, please.
No, you say. Go.
I was going to say, we did
रुको मैं कुछ जुगाड़ वाली कर लेता हूँ.
some players, they're at final table, they might want to, make their mark now and, make an impression. And
Yeah.
you certainly make an impression if you come in and say, I'm going to fold all the premium hands.
भाई इसको हाइड करके
Really,
ठीक है.
really unconventional, but
Oh my God, Sam, you might have just cracked it here. You never know. That's what Amit is really going for. He's like, okay, I'm done with. He's so sick and tired of losing on premiums, and now he's decided that he's just gonna go with the tricky ones.
घंटे बजे जिंगल
This
जिंगल.
is an interesting one here, especially if Crack 27, I'm not sure who the player is, decides to barrel all the way.
Prakhar Kumar, yeah.
वही तो मानस भाई, वही तो मैं सोचूं.
Jam or fold, I don't think.
भाई तो वैसे समझ में नहीं आ रहा, ऊपर से रफ और सब उड़ा रहा है.
IOTC titles, so he's won like this guy understands, how to apply pressure. How to
मुस्कान का भी पता नहीं चल रहा, मुस्कान क्या बोल रही है.
So, Prakhar Kapoor.
बुरा लग रहा है भाई.
Sorry to cut you off, Muskan. We're just experiencing a couple of audio glitches. We're going to refresh the stream and be back in a couple of minutes. Please bear with
रॉयल
us.
क्लब भाई मैं
We're just going to fix this audio glitch and come
क्लासेस
right
ले रहा
back to
हूँ
you.
इंग्लिश की. ओ हो गई ठीक.
It's coming from Sam's side, no?
अरे रे. ओ अब ठीक हो गई शायद. अरे भाई लाइव स्ट्रीम एंडेड कर दी भाई. कोई इज्जत ही नहीं है भाई. बाय भी नहीं बोला भाई. बताओ, बाय भी नहीं बोल के गए. खत्म टूर्नामेंट. ओ भाई मुझे तो देखना था कौन लेके गया भाई इतना पैसा भाई. 14 लाख रुपए कौन लेके गया. has been paused, it should resume shortly. Okay. ओए ओए भैया को बुला के लाओ. बोला तुषार का बुलावा आया भाई. बाय भी नहीं बोला भाई. मुस्कान से बाय तो सुन लेते हम. बुरा लग रहा है. बाय भी नहीं बोल के गए. स्ट्रीम एंड कर दी. पहला लाइव स्ट्रीम एंडेड लिखाया और अब तो ये हो गया. हम बाय सुनने के लिए बैठे थे. हम पीसी के मजा लें. एथेना गॉड ऑफ पबजी. ये खत्म. टाटा बाय बाय. हेलो मानस, कैसे हो मानस. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग मेरे दोस्त मित्र. कैसे हो. अरे अरे बबली बहुत तेज हो रही हो बबली. बाय बाय किसको बोल रहे हो भाई. हम तो यहीं बैठे हैं. बाय किसको बोल रहे हो. हम तो जा ही नहीं रहे कहीं. ओ भाई. चलो जब तक स्टार्ट नहीं हो रही तब तक एक बात बताओ. कोई ऐसा गेम बताओ जो हम पीसी पे बढ़िया खेल सकें. मेरे पास पैसा है इस टाइम. मैं खरीद सकता हूँ. एनी गेम लाइक Need for Speed Playback, like Need for Speed Most Wanted. Heat क्या नया है. like Need for Speed Heat. Need for Speed Most Wanted Heat. नहीं निकाल रहा. बुला के लाओ भैया को फिर बताते हैं. I want buy some game. Okay. No, I say only. समझ रहे हो, हमें चाहिए, ठीक है। पैसा पैसा बहुत है भैया के पास, तुम हल्के में ले रहे हो। GTA 5 GTA 5 ऑलरेडी पड़ा है हमारे पास। थैंक यू फॉर सजेशन ब्रो। NFS नो लिमिट। ओ भाई बहुत पुराना है भाई वो। अच्छा, नीड फॉर स्पीड 2012 कोई एक गेम था, मोस्ट वांटेड 2012। मोस्ट वांटेड नहीं था बट 2012 था। उसका नाम क्या है यार? वही है नीड फॉर स्पीड नीड फॉर स्पीड नीड फॉर स्पीड 2012 मोस्ट वांटेड 2012। हाँ, अब एक 2007 में आया था, एक 2012 में आया था, तो नाम यही है नीड फॉर स्पीड मोस्ट वांटेड 2012। ओ पब्लिश 2007 में हुआ ना। ओ ओ चलो ये आ रहे हैं गाइस वापस हम तब तक। नो रेफिडोकर नो, अभी तो आए हैं हम। हाँ तो कुछ बता रहा था, तो कुछ बताना चाह रहा था क्या? कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट है क्या? हाँ क्या? नहीं वो मैंने पूरा देख लिया, पूरा वो वाला खोल के सब क्या देख लिया। हाँ रील्स, तेरे को नहीं पता था इसके बारे में? तूने खुद पता लगाया? बताया भी नहीं तेरे? लॉल ह्यूमन फॉलोलेट वो भी हम खेल चुके हैं यार। मतलब कोई ऐसा गेम जो कभी खेला ना हो यार। रुको साइबर पंक 2000 भाई पीसी की औकात नहीं है भाई इतनी। एक सर्वाइवल आर्क सर्वाइवल इवॉल्व्ड। ओ भाई हाई डैमेज फाइल लगाए हो ना? हाँ रुको मैं दिखा देता हूँ एक बार, रुको जेब में होनी चाहिए यार मेरे। चलो अभी अंदर धरी होगी भाई स्ट्रेंजर भाई, ना दिखाता है यार तुमको जरूर। आर्क सर्वाइवल इवॉल्व्ड, ओके। ये गेम, ये नाम लिख लेना गाइस। तुषार यार रेडी को बताओ, मुझे उसके स्ट्रीम देखनी है। जैसे ही देखता हूँ कुछ लिखा आता है, टाइम आउट मिल जाता है, क्या करूँ? मतलब टाइम आउट क्यों मिल जाता है भाई तुमको? हाँ क्या मतलब टाइम आउट कैसे मिल जाएगा भाई? ऐसे इतना आसान है क्या भाई? मिनी मिलिटिया, अरे माइनक्राफ्ट है, माइनक्राफ्ट भी खेले हम पीसी में कुछ। माइनक्राफ्ट ऐसे गेम मत बताओ। WWE नो। फ्रोजा होरिजन 4 ये कौन सा गेम है बे? मतलब ऐसा बताना जो मेरे पीसी के आसपास हो, ठीक है? कुछ भी बट नॉट फिर। अरे फोन के गेम नहीं पूछ रहा मैं, पीसी गेम्स पूछ रहा हूँ। क्या बोल रहे हो तुम लोग? रुको गाइस, चलो ढूंढते कोई बढ़िया गेम, ठीक है? अरे भैया कॉल बैक क्या कर रहे हो तुम? रुको स्ट्रीम खोलते हैं। स्ट्रीम कहाँ है? स्ट्रीम रुको गाइस, पूरा छान मारेंगे, ठीक है? जंप फोर्स, अरे जंप फोर्स यार, ये क्या हो गया? ओके नाउ ये सारे गेम्स हम खेल चुके हैं गाइस, ठीक है? मतलब हाँ ये गेम्स हम खेल चुके हैं, ठीक है? तो कोई कोई बढ़िया गेम। देखो एज ऑफ एम्पायर के सारे खेले हुए हैं। ओ ये वाला कौन सा है पे? हाई ग्राफिक्स वाले नहीं खेले, और तो सब खेले हुए। ये वाला काउंटर स्ट्राइक है ना हमारे पास, ग्लोबल ऑफेंसिव ये वाला है हमारे पास। सो सैड, ये भी खेले हुए। ये भी भाई, अरे ये तो वही है जो हमारे पास है। ओके, ये लाइब्रेरी है, स्टोर में चलते हैं भाई। कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी GTA 5। अरे GTA 5 खेलने मतलब अभी खेल नहीं रहे, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कोई बढ़िया गेम। स्टम्बल गाइस। ओके, स्टम्बल गाइस सर्च मारते हैं, रुको भाई। ये क्या है? टीयर डाउन भाई, 400 रुपये में भाई। टीयर डाउन लोल। लाइक सर्वाइवल। रुक जाओ, अरे वो कौन सा गेम मैंने बोला था? ये वाला नाम लिख लो गाइस, कौन सा था वो? विटचर 3 डाल के देखते हैं। ये इसमें क्या है विटचर 3 में? ओह रुको, विटचर। ओके, इसमें क्या होता है भाई? ऐसे गेम बताना जो हमारे चलता हो, ठीक है, पीसी में। ओ भाई गाइस, ये कुछ ज्यादा हैवी नहीं हो जाएगा? ये गाइस, ये कुछ ज्यादा हैवी हो जाएगा। थोड़ा नीचे आ जाओ थोड़ा। ओके, आर्क सर्वाइवल। ओके, को आर्क सर्वाइवल भाई, 1000 रुपये का ही तो। अबे ये तो लाइक वो है भाई, तो लाइक वो है माइनक्राफ्ट। नहीं, मजा नहीं आया। चुप। ओके, हिटमैन 3, रॉकेट लीग। अरे रॉकेट लीग है हमारे पास, माइनक्राफ्ट भी है। डॉक्टर ड्राइविंग सर्च मार के देखते। हाँ, तब तक मैं पैसा खर्च कराने की देख रहा हूँ सब कुछ। कार ड्राइविंग, सिटी कार ड्राइविंग लेवल। स्टार्टिंग तो अच्छी हुई है वैसे देखा जाए तो। ओ पता है कैसे गेम्स लाइक सर्वाइवल गेम। भाई सर्वाइवल गेम बताओ कोई जो पीसी में हो। फ्रीडम फाइटर, भाई फ्रीडम फाइटर मैंने बहुत खेला है भाई फ्रीडम फाइटर तो भाई मजा, मतलब फ्रीडम फाइटर ने तो भाई पूरा आतंक मचा रखा था। फ्रीडम फाइटर ये रहा। ओ फ्रीडम फाइटर फ्री में है भाई। ओ भाई ये गेम में बहुत खेला भाई गाइस, मजाक नहीं, ये गेम मैंने बहुत ही खेला है, बहुत। अरे ये भी 400 भाई 500 रुपये का है भाई। भाई मजाक हो रहा है भाई, इतना पुराना गेम भाई ये 500 रुपये में दे रहे हैं। छी भाई, लूट रहे तो। सी ऑफ थीफ। ओके रुको, सी ऑफ थीफ।
Sea of Thieves Season 1 is here, bringing players 3 months of new features, events and updates, as well as a whole new way to progress and earn rewards as you play the
Valorant. भाई वो सब खेले हुए हैं भाई अपने।
Pirate's life as you progress through 100 levels, unlocking fantastic rewards which are free to all players, including the Frostbite clothing set and Season 1 ship and player cosmetics. There's exclusive rewards which are exclusive to the Plunder Pass and Voyage, where you'll have to pillage enough of these sunken bounties and you'll vanquish skellies.
क्या ये चलेगा मेरे फोन, मेरे पीसी में?
to gather their soul fragments. Over in the pirate.
अबे कुछ ज्यादा कार्टून ना हो जाएगा?
Ready to experience all new adventures.
रुको, ये कुछ ज्यादा कार्टून हो जाएगा गाइस। भाई GTA 5 क्यों बोल रहे हो भाई? GTA 5 हम खेले हुए हैं ऑलरेडी। ओ रस्ट, हाँ मैंने ये गेम देखा है बहुत। गाइस ये गेम कैसा है? पीयूष भैया कैसा कैसा करके मानोगे भाई? पीयूष भाई फोन यहाँ फोन कर रहे हैं। अरे सर भाई पीसी में कॉल क्यों आ रही है? ओ पीसी में लॉगिन होगा ना। ओके गाइस ये गेम बताओ कैसा है? अनचार्ज 4 यार मैंने वो देखा है यार, वो उसमें बस भागते भागते रहना है, भागते भागते रहना है भाई। इसमें क्या मजा भाई? GTA पंजाब ओ भाई ओपी भाई, मतलब टाइम पास यार। मैं पता है भी क्या सोच रहा हूँ, अप्रैल से पहले पहले भाई नो टाइम पास गेम भाई। उसके बाद ना फिर तुम्हारा भाई देखो ऐसे ऐसे टाइम पास गेम खेलेगा ना भाई, मतलब चिल गेम खेलेंगे फिर उसके बाद हम, ठीक है? किसी ने बताया नहीं कैसा है यार गेम। ये भी ऐसा ही है, हंट हिट्स। अरे ये तो भाई साइबर पंक। ओके साइबर पंक यार 2-3 हजार रुपये का भाई, खरीद सकता हो बट मेरा पीसी में इतना दम नहीं है जो झेल सके इसको। हमारा पीसी ओनली स्ट्रीमिंग के लिए है यार। ये तो भैया एडिटिंग वालों के लिए ये बस। ओह ये कौन सा गेम है? ओके ऐसे गेम पसंद है भाई अपने को, ऐसे 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 मतलब लाइक दिस, ऐसे सर्वाइवल गेम, समझ रहे हो भैया? ज़ॉम्बी सर्वाइवल गेम, वाह कौन नाम बताओ कोई भैया? ज़ॉम्बी सर्वाइवल गेम वो कौन सा है? ऐसे गेम पसंद है भाई अपने को, ऐसे। ओके मतलब दोबारा से वापस इधर ही आ गए हम। कितने का है ये? इसको खोल के देखते हैं इसकी वीडियो में देखते हैं कैसे। भाई लूडो, भाई लूडो, हाँ लूडो भाई खेल चुके यार हम। ओ भाई यार पता है इतने सारे गेम है, क्या खेलें क्या ना खेलें कुछ पता ही नहीं है। सबसे ज्यादा मैं बताता हूँ मैं कौन सा गेम खेला सबसे ज्यादा, उसका मैं एक या दूसरे दिन में एंड कर देता था। देखो भाई क्या मस्त भाई है ना, बढ़िया गेम। जो बता रहे हैं बोल रहे हैं खेले हैं, मैं बता रहा। क्या कह दिया विशाल पटेल भाई? ओ भाई यार ये तो कार्टून टाइप है यार, मतलब ऐसे कार्टून में नहीं, मतलब रियल लाइफ सर्वाइवल भाई, लाइक रस्ट। साउंड तो अच्छा है वैसे। नोकिया में एलगाटो लगा के स्नैप वाली सांप वाली खेलो। चलो नीड फॉर स्पीड के देखते हैं, नीड फॉर स्पीड, ठीक है? चलो देखो मैं बताता हूँ मैं कौन कौन से ज्यादा गेम खेला हूँ। ओ भाई हीट,
Welcome to Palm City, a fresh world with new customizations and the return of cops.
5,000 भाई पागल हो गए क्या नीड फॉर स्पीड वाले भाई?
Daytime offers sanctioned racing events through the Speed Hunter Showdown. Compete and score bank with each new win.
भाई मैंने नीड फॉर स्पीड सर्च मारा, नीड फॉर स्पीड बस, तो हीट क्यों आ रहा है? ओके देखो ये सारे, अरे भाई साहब इतने सारे पार्ट कब बन गए? ये 2007 वाला, ये है 2012 वाला गाइस। 2007 वाला कहाँ है बे फिर? हॉट परसूट, ओ ये हॉट परसूट पूरा वो क्या है भाई, अपग्रेड हो गया है, बहुत हार्ड। गैस मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ, 2012 वाला करवा लेते भाई, 2012 वाले का एंड करना है। देखो मैं 2007 वाला खेल चुका, 2007 वाले के बाद ये वाला आया नहीं बे, 2007 के बाद ये 2012 वाला आया ना। आई थिंक यार, मतलब पता है बहुत सारे वो बना दिए भाई, पता नहीं चल रहा वो 2007 वाला कहाँ है। ह्यूमन फॉलो फ्लैट भाई खेले भाई, डाइंग लाइट। ओह पैसिफाई विद एडी। देखो ये हॉट परसूट बहुत पहले का, ये तो फ्री में मिल रहा है भाई, छाता क्या या भाई। हेलो नकली लगा भाई, हमने देख रहे इसको। अबे यार एक बात बताओ भाई, ये जो नीड फॉर स्पीड मोस्ट वांटेड है, ये ज्यादा हो गया गुरु। अगर ये नीड फॉर स्पीड 2000 मतलब मोस्ट वांटेड है, तो 2007 वाला कहाँ गया? गाइस आई थिंक आपको पता है मैं किसकी बात कर रहा हूँ। भाई थोड़ा नकली सा लगा, नहीं लग रहा है ये तो भी, मेरे को भी लगा नहीं लगा भाई। तो एक बार अनमन करके खेल के देखो अर्बन। भाई अर्बन में तो ये सब आ रहा है ब्रो। जॉम्बी प्रोजेक्ट जॉम्बी भाई, स्पैडी गेमिंग वो पीसी गेम है क्या कोई? पैसिफाई मेरे पास है शायद, देखोगे ये रहा, पर डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा इसको। वाह सारे हमने डिलीट मारे हुए ताकि उसमें दिक्कत ना हो। इसका मतलब कोई गेम ही नहीं है भाई। रुको हम वो भी तो कर सकते हैं ना, चूज भी तो कर सकते हैं कि कौन सा गेम चाहिए, किस तरह का गेम चाहिए। ओके कैजुअल, एडवेंचर, सर्वाइवल का नहीं है इसमें कोई। वहीं से चालू हुआ है ये।
No, I guess, these guys are shoving very few hands. I mean, at least from the button, and unless they're under 15 big blinds, I don't see these big pros, top pros, putting their tournament life at risk, especially when there are shorter stacks on the table. So, according to me, Mozi is such a player that, I mean, he would open and then probably fold, to a jam. That's what I expect from these players, but obviously sometimes they call off, but it's just like a tester kind of thing also.
Yeah, I guess if he's played with Nkush, I guess
he's played a bunch with Lol, this guy is Arjun Basija, a very well-known name in the poker industry, and both these players are like, one comes from, Mozzie comes from a BBZ background, Lol, this guy comes from a BITSB staking background, you know, all these guys have studied so much that, you know, I mean, he's going to be a bit conscious of Arjun, definitely.
हमको तो लगा था बिना भाई बोल चले गए.
Well, our team has just informed us that that very interesting name that Timarom has got is actually Amit More backwards. I did not see that, but that's what it is. So very clever, Amit, very clever. It took me at least a second to figure that out, and that too after being prodded by production. So yeah, thanks for not making our job all that easy.
Chudi out khelo.
But yeah, Timarom right there. That's Muskan's dark horse pick as far as this final table is concerned. But not really picking up very hot hands at the moment.
Yeah. Sam, I'll tell you something so interesting about Lol, this guy. He went to sleep with 15 big blinds when there were 40 people left. And then he woke up with 1.5 big blinds when there were 25 people left.
Road rush.
So, this is crazy, right?
That's
and he's managed to run back up.
Can I say, Arjun Pasrija, your nick is so on point at this point, given Muskan's story about this. Lol, this guy totally makes sense right now.
I've fallen asleep so many times after I've been playing in tournaments, but
nice English.
I never wake
समझ
up.
नहीं है but अच्छी लग रही है.
Chips left. I just see the screen that says you finished in XXX place.
विशाल भाई हिंदी में एक्सप्लेन कर पाता तो भाई मैं भी यहाँ मजे ले रहा होता बैठ के.
But you remember, like, that's the reason why I guess you also, the first tip you gave to the players was like, be well rested. And I was like, you know, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's because, and that's what I was talking about as well with playing these long sessions. All the good sessions start late in the UK, and I just got to the point where I couldn't stay up all night. I mean, I'd run quite deep, but not deep enough, and I just fall asleep. So
yeah,
it wasn't for me.
This is the
रौनक भाई खेलेंगे भाई.
Where you found this call very tricky on the button.
Yeah, I mean, playing around 14 big blinds, facing a raise under the gun, King 10 even suited as
कोई बात नहीं दीपक.
one of the hands you really don't want to play because you're so likely to be dominated that. Yeah, I don't understand. But you did say that we're going to see some unconventional lines from this player. So yeah.
I'm just thinking they realize that, okay, I'm in position and I'm going to exploit this. You know, that's what's really happening. They are calling off.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, yes, you can exploit when a flop comes like this. When a flop comes king high, it's reverse exploitation, I guess, because you're gonna probably ship your chips. That way. I mean, I wouldn't play this at the best of times from the button, let alone under the gun with that shorter stack. You just don't have the room to maneuver your stack and get.
मैं भी 11th में हूँ पर इंग्लिश घंटा नहीं समझता. मतलब मैं भी समझ रहा हूँ but थोड़ा मतलब जो छोटे मोटे वर्ड है.
And it seems he's like almost been rewarded by a pretty good holding in this next hand with
game से related जो बोला है वो घंटा समझ नहीं आ रहा.
See some more push happening. Unless of course, I'll let the hand speak for itself because we've already seen this one not too long. And there you have it. The ace queen folded by Amit More Timaron, and we suspect that it's a misclick because if he went that hard with the king 10 of spades, it seems highly unlikely that anything other than a misclick would have made him fold a hand like ace queen.
Yeah, I think he likes to win. If he's going to win, he's going to win the hard way. You know, uphill the king 10 from the button, from the under the gun raise. Ace queen? No, thank you.
That's
no,
fine.
Thank you.
I can live without that.
Yeah, probably a misclick there.
So Arjun Agarwal, he came third in the Spartan high roller for 10 lakhs. And
Beast
he's
topi.
from New Delhi. Do you know more
ये भी
about
ठीक है
him,
bro.
Peter?
No, that's as much information as I have as well.
कुलदीप मुझे पूरा
Given
समझ
the
में आ
fact
रहा
that
है बहुत
he's-
hard.
Yeah, given the fact that he's already run deep in a tournament like the High Roller, so he has that final table
तनु
experience.
चौधरी तुषार को
and,
नींद आ रही है.
The High Rollers are generally big buy-in tournaments, as is
मैं रात
this
को
one,
late
which is
सोया
an
था.
intermediate sort of level of buy-in. So the experience is there, and certainly yesterday, I beg your pardon, earlier in the show when we were speaking to Sagar Chaudhary, he mentioned the fact that Arjun Agarwal is one of those really aggressive kind of players. So I think we should see some interesting
भाई इसमें भी
stuff
aggressive
from,
player होते हैं, पता है?
the
PUBG Mobile
guy
की
who was
तरह.
second in chips when we started off.
And even this
इसमें भी aggressive होना पड़ता है.
the Prague 27, he's also somebody who's taken on 2 IOPC titles. So, we're going to see a strong end game from him as well.
Yeah, I think Sam also had mentioned this earlier, that it's the nature of the chip leaders to try and make sure that they are the captains on the table as far as possible. So I think Sam, they should follow that line through and through as far
मेरे
as the
नेम
chip
के एक-एक
stack
वर्ड
goes.
को ब्लू कब करोगे? ईशान
Definitely.
आओ पेंट कर देते हैं, घर पे आ जाओ.
I think just in general, whenever you've got
पेंट
that
कर दे तुम्हारे नाम को.
and you've got the chips, regardless, I think you have to
संतोष
start
वाइटी.
pressurizing, and you can always
बहुत
adjust
hard.
based on, if people start playing back at you, or whatever dynamics sort of evolve on the table. But yeah, once you've got the chips, you've just got to start, taking the bull by the horns.
So Sam, one question I get a lot. I mean, there's a hand going on here. Do you want to talk about this open, or do you prefer Arjun just jamming here pre?
Yeah, I think I prefer a jam or a fold, to be honest. It's quite early, and again, you're gonna raise
यार ये तो
a lot
पता ही.
and probably not. Maybe. I mean, I'm not.
English is coming to me. जल्दी भाई बहुत hard.
Online, I guess.
मौज कर दी तुमने तो.
Well, let's hope there's no misclick happening on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the sad thing is, no one else has a hand. I would be happy to see someone pick up pocket tens. So
No, don't say that, Muskan. Don't say that, because we've been on final tables that have lasted less than 40 minutes. So Sam and I are certainly hoping that this goes on.
40 minutes, यानी 40 minutes में खत्म हो जाएगा.
Something to sort of justify this live stream and maybe talk some more with both of
आने
you.
वाले 40 minutes में पता चल जाएगा winner कौन है.
Talking about what Arjun did there, he also is somebody who studies ICM a lot. He's somebody who goes over a lot of the HRC sims and stuff. So, it'd be interesting to someday ask him, why he did something like that there. Maybe it's because of Mahe, who's super short. The one in small blind right now. So it's going to be an interesting, answer, whatever he gives us.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he says with that. I mean, it's only been a few hands in, but it seems quite sort of straightforward, apart from Timarom's sort of...
Manas, hello Manas.
Oh, did Mozzie just leave the turn there?
Yeah, I think Timarom's not that anyone else can see his hands, but I think he's done enough in that one hand to sort of everyone just breathe easy for the next 15-20 hands maybe.
Abhishek Kumar bhai, nice bro.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful from Mozzie.
Fantastic river card.
हम भी तो फाड़ हुए हैं कतई. अरे कुलदीप भाई.
Wow, that was a snap call.
But you have to be able to...
Boy, the poker gods are really being kind. The poker gods are really being kind to Timarom, considering he's just got 3 or 4 hands, pretty premium hands in a row now.
Yeah, I have a feeling after losing that hand as well, I think if I'm in his spot, I'd probably look at this and think the blinds are coming round.
Hello One Gaming, कैसे भाई?
It's a tough one, but just gonna jam this.
कार्तिक भाई, अरे उन तो ना bro.
Wow.
I don't understand what's going on.
All right.
He wants to play with the boys. He wants to join the party, I guess.
Is Amit somewhere here? I mean, I think he's hearing us doing commentary and playing just against all of what we're expecting here.
Don't worry, Amit. You're perfect. You're fine.
I mean, I was going to say, if I'm in like Mozzie's position, this is probably something you can take advantage of. But just given Timuron's flattered behind with only 10 bigs, I really think he's setting chips on fire with the King Deuce. I mean, might see it.
Kuldeep bhai.
But Sam, could it be that he's played so much with these guys that he just understands that, you know, this is going to work? Like, it's. I mean, if this guy Ankush, you know, kind of, you know, is like limps a lot, and he's seen this happen a lot, and he understands that, you know, Amit More is also a crazy person. You know.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The only thing is, if Timuron was sat with like 20 odd bigs.
Wow.
Well,
it's just insane.
I mean, this would be great to check behind now. You've smashed the flop so hard.
भाई ऐसी देगी स्पैटी गेमिंग भाई आप मोड से हटाया जा सकते हो ब्रो इसके लिए यू नो बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है तुम्हारा
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Timuron's getting cute now.
बहुत ज्यादा स्पैम कर रहे हो तुम
This is going to be really.
This is going to be painful.
Sorry, bro.
I think just watching this.
I think in a shove, expecting Timuron to call, and now Timuron's just going to have to fold.
So great hand, Prakhar Kapoor. I mean, to be honest, to pick up chips in that spot, that was.
Aero Gaming, hi bro.
Yeah, amazing. I mean,
oh my
I love
god.
the play. I would have just been very wary about the.
Parak को देखो भाई.
So short. I would have loved it if he was also like 20 bigs or whatever. But
See the 40.
Like you said, they played together, and he probably knows that Timuron.
40 lakh तक पहुंचा दिया उसने.
When you've got a player that's has that tendency to peel a lot, then Pratt probably knew that's what he's aiming for, to get a heads up. Then. Oh wow! Look at this.
Let's see.
I mean, this money could.
Yeah, and
Sonam, hi
is still
Sonam.
very happy with their hand here, right?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if Pratt bets out, because we've seen, I saw earlier, he might bet, you know, quite big on.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay, I thought.
And like this is like the most basic. You know, we can watch like millions of hands. Like the most basic spot is the big blind defense. You know, somebody opens and then, you know, big blind defense checks, goes back to the initial raiser, and something like this happens.
Yeah, and wow, I mean, I guess Pratt's probably got no reason to bet. Yeah, so no need to sort of bluff the river because he's picked up there anyway. So.
See, I told you this guy's end game is going to be, because just he's so good with finishing, you know, and kind of taking it there. He's just turned the things around in his favor by showing aggression in one or two spots. And I guess this is how, you know, you take lead. Whereas even other players are playing super conscious, and especially Gaurav Sood and Arjun are going to look for a nice double ups, and Gokul as well. You know, because they really understand the value of larging up here, and it's such a soft
Say my
thing for
name,
them
Sara
that they would
Kashmir.
like to, you know,
Hello,
be in
Sara
top three
Kashmir.
and then probably fight it out there.
चेतन, हेलो चेतन, कैसे भाई?
Pocket Jack's pretty much getting the treatment that we usually see it getting. No love
Yamraj, hello
for
bhai.
the Jacks. And I think that should be the.
Sorry, Prakhar.
Wow.
Oh, Queen Ace 7 needed. Oh,
Wow.
he actually called.
Yeah, and I think we should get away from this now. I know you guys will be like, that's crazy, look at the pot odds, this, that, but like, I just...
Yeah, it's thinking if the stars of a full house to me today, I would be quite surprised.
Oh, and he makes the call.
And Timuron doesn't know it, but he's actually chopping the pot. He's probably thinking, well, that's it, I'm done.
I think the people in Prac 27's house need to be careful about the electronics and the screen around him after the end of this hand. something's going smashing.
Yeah, this just stinks of value. I mean, the only way you could possibly win this here is by playing back, which I'd be thinking I'm up against the house here. It's such a small bet. Maybe crack four. I don't know what he thinks. Enkush has got the nut flush draw and he's trying to, buy him off because A5 has some showdown value again in the room, but the room's got back in the game, and I think those jacks could have got away on the flop.
I just hope there's no audio disturbance right now. If the team can check, because I heard Sam echo right now for a bit. So I'm scared like the same thing shouldn't happen what happened last time. You can hear me clear, right?
Yep, we can hear you clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, chat, I have a task for you guys. I'm seriously distracted by Super King's display picture and I cannot recognize who's that guy with him. Please help us if you can. If you know who that could be, a cricketer, could be a poker player, could be his
भाई सैम भैया के मुंह पे बोल दिया कि एको आ रहा है उनके वजह से, और अब हम बोल रहे हैं मुस्कान दीदी तुम्हारे में से एको आ रहा है.
And obviously Arjun has his rescue dog in his display picture. That's the dog he first fostered and then adopted. Yeah. And sorry, Mozi, this was supposed to be your only free Monday, because I think that's the only time when Gaurav Sood takes a break, but he's again on the final table, so congratulations and a sick continue to the great run, He's... Okay, this is interesting, Sam.
Sanya Singh.
All right, we're going to be taking Sam for a few minutes off the stream just to fix some audio issues that we're getting from that end. He will join us shortly. In the meantime, the action continues at the 75 lakh guaranteed kickoff tournament. We've got a whole bunch of hands that have already taken place. And
Pulkit Mehra just doubled up.
Yep. So former chip leaders in Prac 27 and Arjun Agarwal are now towards the middle, and Enkush, I beg your pardon, who was the third in chips when we began this final table, has now got the biggest stack.
अगले live stream में खेलेंगे bro game.
3.2 million, and he's followed by Mozzie 17 stack of 2.8.
Yeah, hey Sam.
Yeah.
Karan here.
Hi.
Oh, so what's happening is we were experiencing a lot of distortions coming from your side.
Okay.
Can you mute your mic?
Well, ace jacks
at the moment.
and pocket queens in the mix.
Yeah.
You think Gokul's going to put it in there, Muskan?
Yeah, that's what it's going to be super tricky for Gokul right now. That's what I was wondering because of.
ठीक हो गई sound.
Stacks are very.
Sound ठीक हो
very
गई.
kind of a stack at this moment.
Peter, can you hear Sam?
No, he's being taken off the audio because they're just trying to fix a glitch that he's facing. It's just the two of us on the stream.
Hmm? Wow.
And there you have it. An all-in from Arjun Agarwal.
Yes.
Mahi, tujhe marenge agar ye call kiya to. And of course, he folds sensibly like he should. And the other
हिंदी बोले
gets
हिंदी
out of the
बोले
way.
मजा आ गई
And
स्वाद आ गया.
Queens holds up. And there's our first elimination of this FTS. Quite a few hands into the final table.
Oh,
actually.
bhai.
Given our past track record with these FTS final tables, this one took us a while to see the first casualty. That's Gokul Raj, who's the first elimination of this final table. Gokul will take home 1,60,000 for his efforts. And that 8th place.
Congratulations to Gokul for 1 lakh.
The winner not only gets 14 something lakhs up top, but they also get
भाई एक बंदा और तक आ गया. उनके में से एको आ रहा था तो उन्हें भगा. Sorry, वो चले गए.
Sam Razavi's absolute favorite, the gold medallion, the 18-karat gold medallion
तो
that's
सर भी
coming
like
the
कुछ
way
भी
of the
कुछ
winner
भी
of this tournament. And let's not forget, there are leaderboard points also at stake. 30 lakhs on the FTS leaderboard to play for. Top 10 on the leaderboard, get a share of that 30 lakhs. And there's 10 lakhs for the winner of the leaderboard. So much, much more in play than just these prizes associated with the win. As we see another pair for Arjun Agarwal. It's nice to be in this position, I'm sure, with that pocket threes that he's holding.
This is yeah, I'm interested to see what Gaurav does here. Okay, see,
wow.
I told you this is the kind of spot that he might take, and it makes sense. So if you like, we've been watching Arjun open like quite wide, Arjun Agarwal here, and Mozzie has already picked up on that, and so obviously, you know, that was
it was a good place for him to sort of take a stand, and yeah, he picked up some chips because of it.
Yes, and because
King Manu, hello bhai, King Manu bhai, kaise bhai?
I mean, less likely that Arjun has any other big, you know, premium aces.
तुषार भी like, अरे हिंदी में बोलना.
Well, there's a lot of garbage around the table at the moment.
दावले इस्लाम hello bhai, kaise bhai?
A little bit of aggression on this one, and as I say it, Mozzie 17 chooses to do that.
Mr. Adi, big shout out to you, dost. Thank you so much for joining.
He's probably going to pick up this spot, unless Enkush decides that they want to try and get a little funny here. Did I say funny? I meant cute.
Yeah, cute. Sorry, I like that when you were talking about Timuron also.
Timuron, aka Amit More in the reverse.
I like his name more than his ID, Amit More. Like sounds.
I need some more chips right now from this final table. I don't know why I'm talking like a Jamaican, but whatever. Let's just put it down to one of those.
Never seen you like this.
I'm always goofy on a live stream because clearly I don't know enough about the sport, so I might as well entertain our viewers with all sorts of other stuff besides the poker. I'll leave that to the specialists like you.
भाई entertain करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं English में.
We're still waiting for him to get back to us on this live stream, but soon enough. Very clever.
तो जिसका English आती हो entertain हो जाना.
Yes.
With that 10 deuce off the Doyle Brunson, and it's come once again for him. I'm guessing he might choose to not get too creative this time around.
Yeah, I was hoping Mozzie opens this, and he did.
Chapter 2 PUBG की revision करा दो भाई.
He just needs any two
कराते हैं stream के बाद.
cards with little bit equity also, and he's going to.
कोपचे में आ जाना. लोल दिस गाय के पास 13 लाख है या फिर वो 43 लाख है. दिख नहीं रहा हमको.
We will see him continue here.
संतोष गजब बेइज्जती.
All right, for our viewers who are just joining us on this broadcast, what the hell took you so long? Myself, Muskan, Sam, from different parts of the world, the country, have brought this action to you. And in case you've just joined us, we've already had the first casualty of this final table, and that was Gokul Raj playing as Super Kings, who busted in 8th place for $1,60,000 in prize money.
Oh. 1,60,000 लगेगा भाई.
Like he should.
Yeah, I think these guys have played enough with each other to realize that, you know, no one's going to mess about too much. And the spotlight of being on a live stream, Muskan, I think that, you know, I don't care what everyone says about these guys being pros and they've been there, they've done that. I'm sure it plays just a tiny bit of a role also in making sure that, you know, no one gets too goofy with the kind of cards that they play here.
Yeah.
क्या है भाई ये?
Also, like Sam said, that this is a perfect time.
India Poker Championship ever online.
If you want to get action in your games, this is the time where you can show some funky stuff and you know, get away with your nittiness later.
Yep. The loosey-gooseys have the
Tushar bro, shout out please. Amit.
And Enkush picking up a
Amit bhai, big shout out to you आपको यार.
And sure enough, pops it up to 2.4.
Yeah. And if this hand will be defended.
हम कैसे एंटरटेन
I
हुए?
don't think
हम
Mozzie's going
इंग्लिश
anywhere.
सार जैसे ही
Given
आती
that
है.
he's also now got a fairly good stack. Which simply
भाई
don't.
कहना क्या चाहते हो? मतलब मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं आती है. मतलब आती है बट वो टूटी
That was
फूटी
a
आती है.
misclick, if I
Right?
can call it that, of
एकदम
epic
ठीक कह रहे हो.
proportions.
What?
And
Are you
Kush
thinking
is
about
really
this?
thinking about this. Hey man, I don't know poker all that well, but I'd click that call button so hard right now. And Kush, come on.
Are you seriously gonna fold this hand?
Please tell me this is an internet-related issue.
No, he's really giving it a thought, bro.
Wow.
He's like, only aces can do this to me. Maybe that voice in his head.
Yeah.
But you gotta call this because Gaurav Sood is capable of, jamming so many hands there.
Yeah, but with pocket kings, I would think that, I mean, just
Especially
because
when
he's...
you have, yes, I totally agree. Even if you had to fold pocket nines here, he could have done that.
yeah.
But like, I guess aces, kings is just, kings and queens is like really hard to kind of let go. Even ace kings.
Guys like कर देना stream को यार हमें 10 के like होने वाले हैं 10 के like नहीं हो अभी तक यार क्या कर रहे हो?
Folding that. This hand should get Arjun a double up. Let's go. Nice one.
The
Procedure
pocket nines
from
holding
1
up.
point.
Yeah, from post-sleep 1 point whatever blinds to now being at this final table with a little over 2.3 million. That
9 के like करने के लिए 300 like और चीज जल्दी से कर लो.
No, seriously, I don't think Ankush has played with Gaurav Sood before or much, and I guess that's the reason why he's done this, why he folded kings there, because he I guess, or maybe he's overthinking ICM too much right now, because he understands that if he busts out right now, he's just I mean that was bizarre actually, but it does make you lose a lot of money in the long run if you fold such big hands. But that's fine,
Yeah.
Ankush. You're getting there. You're going to study. At least there's a reasoning behind, and I'm sure you can discuss that with your coaches or your friends, and you can talk more about that hand. In fact, reach out to Gaurav Sood and ask him what he thinks about that. He's gonna.
I'm sure he'll give you a piece of his mind, and thank you for not having gone ahead with that. I remember, a couple of players when at the last IPC that we had, and it was a similar situation. The player did throw up an ace something hand which was suited, and again pocket kings and queens had folded in front of him, and they were just like, listen, I'm not good enough to fold queens or kings or something like that in a spot like that. So
Hello intelligent Akshay, कैसे भाई?
some serious self-control, I'm guessing here.
Of course, like folding kings, man, you need some discipline. I don't know what. Like even if you're right, you need some discipline to do that. I don't know. You need some mad information, like a tell or a read to do
like
that.
some Jedi situation. Well, let's take a look at the payouts that all of these people are battling for. The payouts that is there for this kickoff event. Right up top is, of course, that 14.39 lakhs that the winner gets. And remember that it's not just the prize money. There's a whole lot of other things that are coming the way of the winner. And everyone, of course, at this final table will get some of those FTS leaderboard points. And that is worth a value of 30 lakhs. The winner of that leaderboard getting 10 lakhs up top. So these players are going to keep all of these things in mind whenever they're playing at this final table. Not just about the cards. It's also about the entire series,
OTP
the
नहीं
money
मिल रहा
that's
तो
at
सब
stake, not only in the
application
prize
का?
pool, but also on the leaderboard front as well.
Oh, Peter, you won't believe it. Like, leaderboard is another game altogether. There's so many regs who play all the tournaments, and they
भाई
actually take that so
85 level का
seriously.
बंदा है PUBG Lite में. Nice
If
bro.
you are planning to go for the leaderboard, make sure you have a pre-planned schedule and just crush it, and just have it planned. Just
OP भाई अब sound अच्छा है.
be a
Okay.
zombie and play 24/7.
You got to be, absolutely aware of where you want to be heading. But I've seen that a lot, Muskan. I've seen a lot of players who have grinded events so hard. They don't really score that many titles, but they end up doing extremely well on the leaderboard, and that's a hefty prize to win. And clearly, Mozzie 17 is getting the way with just a min raise in this spot.
Yes, Arjun had to fold suited ace here. I'm sure, he has so many people behind. He prefers to fold that.
And once more, there's nice round of garbage at this table. Well, Mai Marega, of course, is the latest casualty, finishing up in 7th place for a payout of 2.31 lakhs. We're down to 6 players here at this FTS table. Pocket aces and some bullets for Arjun Agarwal, who's also AA, by the way. So yeah, it's nice to go with that little happy coincidence there. Lol, this guy with 9-10 of clubs. I'd really like to see him play through on this hand. I would really like to see him play through on this hand.
Oh, now it's going to be interesting.
Yes, Amit is feeling left out. Timurom, Amit More. He's like,
you know what? He doesn't want that Arjun procedure should get a free walk. So he's like, I'm going to fight it out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Amit, man, what have you had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner today? Because, man, that was some kind of Jedi mind trick that happened right there. A beautiful flop for the 5-6 off of Timurom, who makes that straight on the flop.
हम कुछ खा लें तब तक.
Commentator speechless.
Yeah. And just like that, folks, Amit More, who was on the lower end of the counts, has now jumped up to 2.7 million. And the good news keeps getting better with the ace king of diamonds. Hopefully no misclick this time, my friend. And wow, he's really playing it completely unexpectedly. Muskan, I think you just called it so right at the top of the broadcast when you said that this guy is not going to play conventional. And it clearly shows in some of the hands that he's played. All of the really exciting hands, he's been
सूरज मनी
most of them.
कंदन भाई अगर आप शटआउट भी मांगते हैं तो भी दे देते ब्रो. Big shout out to you, bro.
Because I really think he was planning to jam here. But okay, good decision.
इतना बड़ा लेने की जरूरत नहीं थी सूरज भाई.
Wow. Again, Arjun procedure, I guess that.
Lol, this guy keeps hitting them as and when. And boy, that river card.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get paid.
Yeah, Amit is, Amit has surprised us in the past. There's every chance. Well, and there he goes. There he goes.
Insane.
I would be really surprised if this guy does not make heads up tonight. The way he's going, and pocket fours, yet another pair, in the follow-up hand. This is quite crazy. My brain would be exploding if I was in Amit's shoes right now.
I'm gonna mark him tonight. Like, I'm gonna watch out for him to come on my tables. He's gonna make us have fun, unless he's clearly advertising. But it's fun because of him. I think this final tables become fun.
Yeah, we've seen some excellent hands that have
Tanu
taken
Chaudhary
place with Amit More being part of them. Timurom as he's sitting on that seat there in the big blind. Pocket fours.
मेरा होता है मौसी जीतेगा. मौसी ऊपर है ना, सबसे ऊपर.
Although lol, this guy's got a piece of that, but
सबसे
all
ऊपर.
those spades might not make him feel all that happy. King's up for lol, this guy, but a fourth spade there, which means that Timurom has now got the flush, and it's gonna take a really nice river card for lol, this guy to
अबे
win.
कहाँ से लाया इनको?
And
कुछ और नहीं ला सकता था. अच्छा.
exactly. So in this hand, Arjun is really just obviously trying to bluff, and even if his opponent has
Promotion भी नहीं कर सकता मैं इसका.
he really hopes them to fold here or be ICM aware, since Arjun is so short in Prague 27, right? And I feel like this can get dirty. Because
मुझे यूज
so far, I'm guessing
भाई तुम ना ऐसा ही हो भाई. जो अच्छा खेले तुम उसको हैकर ही बोलते हो.
with his bigger spades, Arjun expects him to raise, on the flop or at some point, and now, Arjun just thinks he has exactly. Wow. Wow, Peter.
I mean, I don't know what happens in the course of the next whatever amount of time this final table goes on, but man, you have impressed the hell out of me at least. I'm sure you've left Muskan fairly stunned as well with some of those plays, but I'm really missing Sam here because he would have been just boggled at some of these plays that Amit has been making.
भाई कहाँ था और भाई कहाँ आ गया? Hello.
GG Arjun procedure, well played. I guess this was just a warm up for these boys. Gokul and Arjun, we're gonna see more of them.
भाई 4 लाख थे इसके पास.
in these coming
और
streams.
भाई अब 48 लाख दे बैठा है.
Just how they play and.
Lol भाई. Yep. And with that, we've lost one more player at this final table. That's lol, this guy Arjun Pastricha, who's taken home that 6th place prize of 3.1 lakhs. Not bad for someone who slept his way through to 1.5 lines and then made sure he grounded all the way back to the final table.
Tima room करके जो है.
6th place prize going the way of Arjun Pastricha. And remember, Arjun was the winner of the FTS 1.0 edition's main event. So a lot of experience, and as Muskan says, it's about getting that warm-up in the right way. A final table always helps at the start of the series. A title would have been better, I'm sure, but not bad at all getting some of the, getting a part of some of the bigger payouts in the course of this FT.
Yeah, this hand should be.
5 बंदे बचे, 5.
Mozzie's gonna fold this.
Last zone है, 5 बंदे बचे हैं.
Hopefully now, I mean, the guys who are looking to get a double is, I mean, Arjun is really short. Arjun Agarwal.
He's gonna have to do some serious work to get himself up there. Prak not too far behind. Prak 27. That's Prakar Kapoor, our former chip leader when this final table started. From 2.5 million in chips, he's now down to 1.3 million. And yeah, those blinds, they're getting right up there. It's getting pretty expensive.
If he has 2 IRPC titles, how come only 1 is showing?
There's not much space there to work with, Muskan. I think the biggest win within those 2 titles is probably what that icon represents. But yes, Prak 27 has won 2 of those titles, and well, it's a good place for him to be in, jamming with his 1.3 million stack with pocket 10s.
So he's going to pick up some chips, much needed, just to stay a little bit out of the danger zone, but he's still in one. I mean, he's finally...
It's a good opportunity at that point because he was big blind in this hand, and so it's a nice time to pick up chips. Also picking up another nice hand here.
अब तो मुझे भी ऐसे लग रहा है, क्या नाम है तुम्हारा?
Might get some
Manas.
Yep, there we go. Mozzie 17.
भाई literally वो भाई 2 लाख पे था, 48 लाख पे लोन.
Mozzie's gonna fold this.
शक तो होगा.
I'm gonna be super, like, I'll get another shock if Mozzie also calls this. I mean, even though, okay. Shh, Musku. Okay, thank God.
There we go.
I'm like,
just let us sweat for a little bit.
Imagine if he calls and all the boys are like, Musku, you're so tight. Oh my God, what's wrong with you? Fold King Jack there? Okay.
And Arjun Agarwal, happy to pick up that ace queen.
Yeah, Arjun has been getting all these
तन्नू जोशी, ये बहन जी क्या बोल रही हैं?
Yeah, just allowing him to hang in there. It's not a very happy stack that he has, but as long as he's there, he can make sure that he gets grabs some more.
Yeah, in it to win it, you know. And also, some of these guys are
9K like new है अभी तक. Okay, sorry, 10K like होने वाले हैं. 9K तो कब से हो गए भाई?
Played with these guys. Maybe they've lately been putting a lot of volume, but. Yeah, it's interesting to see some new talent on the table.
हम तो एक और कुरकुरे खा ले भाई.
Well, that flop doing nothing for no one, but we've got 3 people in it, so I wonder who's gonna take that first shot.
I guess Prak. Oh, yeah.
Bit of a wet board there with 2 spades and 2 clubs. Both Arjun and Prak 27, that's Prakar Kapoor hitting their kings. Just remains to be seen who has the bigger heart here, I guess.
Yeah, I
literally and figuratively.
Yeah, they both are just gonna. They'll say it is what it is. Yeah, you have it, take it.
That's true. Like the famous. Yeah, hai to hai. There's another ID. Hai to hai. If you're watching this stream, my friend, We miss you. We see that ID occasionally online. We hope to see you on these.
10 है, 10 है, ले जाओ.
I like that. It's a very zen-like approach to the whole thing, but yeah, just fun and games here. But
I deserve it. If I didn't shove free, so it's okay.
fair enough.
Oh, I love Jack 10 suited.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite hands as well. आंसू आ
मुझे अब पिटने लगा भाई.
Jack 10 देख के. But
मानस भाई, क्या कहना चाहोगे?
I mean, come on, man. We can't be talking up these hands and these players keep folding them.
मानस अग्रवाल भाई, क्या कहना चाहोगे मूजी के लिए?
Perfect time to do that.
कहाँ 40 लाख पे थे 29 पे आ गए.
Tight, as if even he wants to ladder up, and now these boys are going to be super ICM. I mean, let's see the payouts again, Peter. I'm sure there would be is there a significant jump right now?
There is a fairly decent jump. We're just going to take a look at the end of this hand. I think there's...
Telugu Gamer, Sanjay, thank you so much for becoming a member, bro. VIP, thank you so much.
He's just been getting hands.
Welcome to the God Army, bro.
Good opportunities for him to just chip up a little bit and just hang in there. Just running you through the payouts once again. 5th place, that's the next player who busts out. He's going to go home with just under 4 lakh rupees, 3.95 to be precise. And 4th place gets 5.04 lakhs. 3rd place, 6.46 lakhs. And the top 2, that's 9 lakhs for the runner-up, and of course 14.39 lakhs for the winner. So yeah, there's fairly decent jumps in here, but I'm guessing a lot of these players are not as focused on that.
अर्जुन अग्रवाल के लिए
I'm sure as they get closer to the top 3 or 4, it'll matter.
अर्जुन अग्रवाल भाई 4 लाख पे थे, अब 19 लाख पे भाई.
Or 2, perhaps not that huge a factor in their decision making.
And to be honest, none of them are going to be open shoving here too much because of this dynamic right now. But everyone will try to take down hands without confrontation and showdown.
Now see, Amit, now that Muskan has put that statement out there, prove her wrong. Surprise us once again. Do that open shove. Make sure that we are once again holding our jaws off the floor. And Ankush getting a nice pocket pair with those 10s and bumping it up.
I'm never too happy defending my, the ace rags in the big blind.
It's not really a comfortable spot, even if getting an ace on the final table is... It's down to 5, so an ace is always good, but...
Yeah. There's merit of calling and defending that hand, but in full ring, in mid stages of the tournament, I don't think I ever defend, those ace rags there, unless they're suited.
Yep.
A few of those.
10k like complete. OP 10k like in the chat, guys.
Ankush Agarwal, as we keep saying it.
I can hear some disturbance from your... Okay.
I think there's probably an overlap in the sound. And Ankush Agarwal takes down that pot with pocket kings. And from hanging in there, he's actually now built himself up to quite a decent stack, 2.8 million in chips. He's actually one of the top 3 stacks now. So
yeah, playing very solid.
Yeah, very, very cautious, very, very grounded sort of play.
Nice one.
Yep.
It's always so nice to steal pots that don't belong to you.
Yes, I think most poker players take that little extra amount of glee, when they score a win of really garbage cards. There's just something to. I mean, it's great. You play it the way you normally do, and you pull off a victory with semi-decent or decent hands. But that thrill that you get with doing a 7-deuce kind of a bluff. Yeah, that's something particularly sweet.
Editor viral ho raha hai.
Arjun Agarwal he's really raking those pocket pairs in there now. Queens this time for him. I think he's going to get some action.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that was that was well played. Yeah.
That's the right way to go about it. Making sure he doesn't get any kind
of Arjun Agarwal aa gaya bhai.
To go up against his queens.
Yes. And why would he make Mozi realize his, equity? I mean, he has such a wide range of hands that he opens from there. So I guess
That
this
is
is the
true.
best way. And big blind, like usually it's like limp, 3x, or people are just jamming. Very rarely are you seeing somebody do a 2.5x or a 5x or it's quite interesting. And obviously depends a lot on the stack sizes, but on final tables, that's like the most common thing you'll see. And even like these aces in early position are really important. So opening these has a lot of merit.
There's no such thing as commentator's curse in the poker scheme of things, because every time we've said something, players have done the exact opposite of that, and they've actually come up on top, winning those kind of pots and whatnot with these
especially
plays.
Amit.
Yeah, he's been really at it with those plays.
Yeah, he's doing opposite or whatever we're saying.
And it's done pretty well for himself. 3.4 million for Timarom, or Amit More, who's sitting there on the biggest, the second biggest stack, I should say, because Arjun Agarwal has almost sneakily got up to that chip leader mark with 3.7 in stacks behind him.
Don't we have a contest today, Peter?
I believe we do, but I've yet to receive information about that at the moment.
Yeah, I like contests. They're fun.
I think we're saving the contest for the streams that are coming up in the course of the remaining days. This one's just a warm up for us. We're probably going to do multiple contests in the course of the next week or so. There's lots of poker coming your way on the FTS series. If you're a player, and if you're a player / watcher,
Modi वापस आ गया भाई, Modi वापस आ गया.
join us for all of these live streams. Oh boy. And all of that hard work of Arjun Agarwal wiped out in the course of one hand.
Oh भाई.
Yeah.
And he's now back down to his
Nico
original short stack,
Nico
I
सब
should
ले
say.
गया भाई. Arjun Agarwal से छीन लिया भाई सब.
A bit of a mountain to climb. I'm so sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I was saying the good news is he's got some chips left. I actually thought he's busted.
Hey Arjun, take heart from the fact that, we had one player, lol that guy. He's managed to ride his chip and a chair, so to speak, to that final table finish of, I believe, 6th place that he got knocked out in, or was it 7th? And
Peter, I'll tell you the right way to tell all this. Like, this guy. I told somebody to make a video, just threatening him on one of these apps, and they were like, this guy. I was like, can you make a video? So it's so funny. We do that to him now. Okay,
I really don't want to go there, but that should be an interesting heads up right there.
Ooh, run like Morty. Run like Gaurav Sood.
Well, we didn't have an elimination a couple of hands ago, but this one we saw with the pocket nines not being able to hold up. And Gaurav Sood has really chipped up now with that elimination. And we've got our former chip leader who's now out of this final table. That's Prakar Kapoor, who's playing as Prac 27. And he is out in 5th place. 3.95 lakh rupees is what he'll take home. Well played to Prac 27. And unfortunately close, but no cigar for that gentleman.
Oh, well played. That hand, a king 4, that was very interesting. King deuce, I guess.
Yeah.
Or king 3, I don't remember.
That's right. Short-term memory. That's what helps us commentators keep
हाँ
it
तुषार
live
भाई
and
है
fresh
प्रवीण
every
and
single
तुषार
time we
कैसे
come
भाई?
and talk to you on these live streams. It's always a good advantage to have. And finally, Timarom picks up a hand after a fair while.
Yes, finally, he does the right thing. But Anything he does is right only. There's no right.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, Muskan. I mean, I don't think now that he's sitting on a stack like that and he's played his way all the way through till here, I'm not sure you and I can say anything more than what he's done. So, but Gaurav Sood with those newfound chips and with a nice suited ace-10, getting it up there.
Yeah. That's again, if Sam was here, he would say something about the score. In the
4 लौंडे बचे guys.
Just considering Arjun
Last
is
zone चल
so
रहा है.
short, but I guess you know you can call once because they're so short-handed, right?
Yeah.
So he's blocking so many hands by having King Jack there. Some of these players just need a blocker. They don't even need a real hand.
That's right. And I think, I don't know if Ankush is really keen on that, on seeing that fourth club there, but it is going to be an expensive proposition. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, and then this is only like, this is just getting started, Peter. And just see the, I mean, it was a fun FT today, but like I'm waiting to see what goes on, like when, you know, the price, like everything is going to be higher.
Yeah.
The price and stakes are going to be high.
And as Muskan mentioned, those higher stake tournaments are, of course, the events like the main event, which will have a pretty big guarantee associated with it. 1 crore, if I'm not wrong. And you've got a whole bunch of other tournaments as well in the course of this lineup. So yeah, final table series. Get yourself in one of these tournaments. If you make it to the final table, we'll make fun of you when you are on the live stream. And if you're anything like Timirom, then yeah, the kind of hands that you play might just make us speechless. And with that,
GG.
We have we've lost another player, the former chip leader, well, co-chip leader, I should say.
Arjun Agarwal bhi chale gaye bhai.
He played really solid to get his stack up to chip lead at one point again after losing a bunch of chips. But, well, as they say, the fat lady has sung for Arjun Agarwal and he is on his way out, finishing in 4th place for a nice sum of 5.04 lakhs.
That's very impressive. Well done, Arjun. So many Arjuns in the...
Yes, I was about to say there's a whole bunch of very similarly named individuals in the domestic scene. We're down now to the final 3. And Muskan, I mean, it's very interesting that we've got these 3 players or these 3 types of players. I think all of their approaches are significantly different from each other if what we've seen on this final table thus far is just any indication. So I think it should be an interesting 3-way situation that we are in for.
Absolutely, and obviously, no doubt, like Gaurav Sood is the strongest player here. But like these guys, if there's anybody who can, you know, make him run for his money right now, is actually Amit More, someone maybe who's not had the similar results as him, but still has a heart to really, you know, give him a fight and not be scared and not like, you know, close up your chips, like he's putting his chips to work, and that's
hello Suchit bhai, kaise Sujit bhai?
All the big hands and
absolutely playing a very fearless brand of poker at the moment is Timirom, that's Amit More. But no joy on that particular hand for him as he loses a bunch of chips there.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And Muzi I didn't realize his chip stack was that much shorter.
जैसा कि मैं बोला था Muzi लेके जाएगा.
Marching into heads up against Ankush and with a very, very commanding lead at this point in time. You don't get to see this kind of lead very often in heads up.
भैया से बात करा.
Here we are with him just under 10 million and going up against Ankush's Jack 8 with his Ace 7.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
That call on the flop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure what was happening there.
It could have been a misclick.
यार अभी सब चीज को हम मिस्क्लिक बोलेंगे तो कुछ मजा ही नहीं रहेगा to, you know, make fun of any of these players and their shall we say gently goof ups that have happened. But yeah, we'd be curious to see what happens here.
Wow.
Well, fair enough, Ankush. We're not going to speak anymore about our opinions on the way you've gone about it. Clearly, riding the wave is Ankush winning that pot there with the jack on the river. But Mozzie 17 picking up yet another pair, pocket sixes. And the computer hand for Ankush.
Computer says fold.
Yeah. It's a 2-1 lead that Mozzie 17, that's Gaurav Sood, that has over Ankush.
For me, heads up are so interesting because I just feel like players are not playing the cards; they just start playing the players.
Yep.
You know, it's just their tendencies and what like they've been, because it's like it's very easy for me to narrow down
PUBG खेलो भाई, हम लोग
somebody's
खेलते हैं अगले
hand
stream
when,
पे भाई.
you know, it's 400 or like a full ring, but like when it's heads up, like, you know, any, you could have anything, both of you, right? It's just few things that you can tell that give away that, you know, okay, he should have, if he had that set of range, then he would have, you know, done this on the flop. So these are a few things that those are the only things, the only info you have, and it's pretty interesting. See.
I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but back in the day when we had first started the IPC, there was a time when we would ban any heads-up deals on the final table. Of course, players found their way around that, and you'd still have some kind of backdoor deals that were made, and so they'd go shove, and that would be the end of the tournament. But this is one of the absolute important reasons why, you know, we thought heads up was so important that it should be played down to a legitimate winner rather than a deal happening there. Today, of course, I think you have like a trophy kept aside, you've got a certain percentage of the prize pool kept aside. So it's good that you see the finale being done in the right manner with a proper play down to the title. Well, are we seeing
गुरु किरण भाई थोड़ा बहुत तो आ ही रहा है
tournament in this hand?
कि कौन जीत रहा है कौन हार रहा है, ये तो
just keep calling
normal है.
and get the rope to push to bluff him off.
Let him hang himself, man. Keep giving the deal, as we say.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten sweeter for him with that turn. Now he's picked up a flush draw as well. He already has a straight. I mean,
Hi.
Is Ankush gonna try it? Will he? Will he get greedy?
Wow. Well, just decided to pull back at the last minute, and
actually, at the last minute, it could have been on the turn, but it was like,
I'm sure he would have gone into his time bank as well, but here we are. I think he realized that he just went on for a bit too long.
Yeah, that's only a good team, Mozzie. That's fine. Try and keep buffing him.
Well, both players holding the same hand, although Mozzie's hand is suited. And yeah, it's definitely about playing the players more than it is playing the cards, so we should see some interesting.
Which has been your most interesting heads-up match that you've seen over these years?
Wow, there've been a whole bunch, but I don't know about interesting, but I think the longest one that I've seen was in a live scenario in India was way back in 2011, I believe. There were two players who, shall we say, were not the very best of them. And I think that heads up went on for close to 4.5 hours. So that quickly started from interesting to very, very not interesting, given the length of that heads up. But yeah, that was one of the more memorable ones.
चलो boys, हो गया. मुझे जीत जाएगा.
I'm sorry, please.
I was saying it's painful when you're like the chip leader.
चलो हो गया, खत्म, टाटा बाय बाय. ठीक है, अगर हम वापस आए तो आए, वरना मिलते हैं आपसे कल सुबह. एडी लाइव है, आप लोग एडी को देख सकते हो जाके. एडी लाइव खेल रहा है पबजी. बाय बाय.
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright. Staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us. Like a good drug, never run. We hook up in my car, driving so far. Play your guitar, you'd show me your art. Let down our guards, think with our hearts. Stare at the stars, we were never apart. Drinking too young, way too much fun. Out in the sun, open when it's gone. Took you to prom, danced to...
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright. Staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us. Like a good drug, never run. We hook up in my car, driving so far. Play your guitar, you'd show me your art. Let down our guards, think with our hearts. Stare at the stars, we were never apart. Drinking too young, way too much fun. Out in the sun, open when it's gone. Took you to prom, danced to...
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright. Staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us. Like a good drug, never run. We hook up in my car, driving so far. Play your guitar, you'd show me your art. Let down our guards, think with our hearts. Stare at the stars, we were never apart. Drinking too young, way too much fun. Out in the sun, open when it's gone. Took you to prom, danced to...
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright. Staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us. Like a good drug, never run. We hook up in my car, driving so far. Play your guitar, you'd show me your art. Let down our guards, think with our hearts. Stare at the stars, we were never apart. Drinking too young, way too much fun. Out in the sun, open when it's gone. Took you to prom, danced to...
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright. Staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us. Like a good drug, never run. We hook up in my car, driving so far. Play your guitar, you'd show me your art. Let down our guards, think with our hearts. Stare at the stars, we were never apart. Drinking too young, way too much fun. Out in the sun, open when it's gone. Took you to prom, danced to...
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never run.
We'd hook up in my car, driving so far, play you guitar, you'd show me your art, let down our guards, think with our hearts, stare at the stars. We were never apart, drinking too young, way too much fun, out in the sun, hoping when it's gone, took you to prom, danced to...
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never run.
We'd hook up in my car, driving so far, play you guitar, you'd show me your art, let down our guards, think with our hearts, stare at the stars.